All right, we already know it's cold, but it is now time to figure out when that winter weather advisory could impact us.
Brian Goddard's here with the Storm Team forecast. It's bound to happen sooner or later, Brian.
Yeah, it is. And at least it's not windy like it was last night. Boy, that wind was just cutting right through you. And now we have this little storm. And we're saying little because it's not going to amount to much. It's just bad timing at the morning commute. This goes into effect at 6 a.m. through noon tomorrow, all of southeastern Wisconsin, for about an inch of snow or a little bit more in some locations. This is our current issue, a little bit of fog. It's not really causing much in the way of issues at the ground level, but it is hazy, and now that it's dark, we're going to see some of that fog off and on tonight. 28 degrees is the temperature, 78% is the humidity, a light easterly breeze. Our high today was 33. A year ago we were at 35. We've dropped down into the upper 20s, as I mentioned. That's going to be about as cold as we get. As that light easterly wind becomes more southeasterly, temperatures are going to start to warm up. With that said, though, wind chills at this hour in the teens to lower 20s across southeastern Wisconsin. The reason temperatures are going to start warming up overnight, this warm front to the south of us, as that lifts northward later this evening, you'll notice your thermometers are starting to rise a little bit. They're not broken. It's actually going to go up into the mid-30s by sunrise tomorrow, and that's the storm system off to the west. The snow and rain and sleet with this is back into northern Minnesota and back into the Dakotas. Not all that impressive looking. It's a narrow band, and it will push through very quickly tomorrow. But as I mentioned, just bad timing. So for this evening, mostly cloudy and some fog. No issues whatsoever on the roadways. Temperature 28 degrees and starting to warm up. Your drive cast for tomorrow morning, that's a different story. You're going to start to see some snow and maybe a little bit of sleet mixing in sometime after 6 a.m. So if your commute is early in the morning, you should be fine. As you get later into the 7 o'clock hour toward 8 o'clock, if your commute's later in the morning, you're going to start to have to deal with some snow-covered roads and some slipping and sliding. Just be aware of that if you're going in later. Tonight, though, just clouds increasing and some fog. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here comes the snow. Could have a little sleet and maybe even a little bit of rain mixing in. This is quickly moving out of here around the noon hour tomorrow, and still could see a few light snow showers in our southern counties early tomorrow afternoon. By around sunset, it is just cloudy and foggy. And then for Thursday, we'll see a little bit of sunshine, a southerly wind with that warm front, and yes, a little bit of a warm-up as well. As I mentioned, this is not a big storm whatsoever. By tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., no snow. By tomorrow afternoon, looking for about an inch in Milwaukee to maybe about an inch to an inch and a half, maybe an isolated 2-inch amount up towards Dodge and Fond du Lac counties. Temperatures tonight rising. They'll be in the mid-30s by sunrise. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll stay in the mid-30s with some afternoon clouds and patchy fog. Most of the snow out of here before noon. Here's a 7-day forecast. 35 tomorrow. Hey, a warming trend. 37 on Thursday. Friday, 39 with some rain in the morning. Saturday, 40. No shorts, Shamraz. And 38 on Sunday.